Just how closely will you watch Montas tonight in terms of both pitch count and also, what kind of leash is he on given the minor league outings that he's had?
Yeah, we'll first time out on a big league game. We'll watch him closely. We'll see how the ball's coming out. We'll see how, the strike throwing ability, how they're taking swings and things like that, and we'll go from there. Excited to watch him pitch today. Obviously, it was one of the biggest acquisitions from the pitching staff, and here he is back with the team and with an opportunity to give us a chance to win a baseball game.
Laura?
What did you see from his bullpen since his last minor league start? And I guess what type of work was Jeremy Hefner doing with him to kind of rectify some of the issues?
Yeah, I think it was just more execution, the way that some of his pitches were moving or acting, if you want to call it, whether it was the sweeper, the cutter, the split, and just kind of just creating some game situations as he was throwing his bullpens. So that's hopefully, we saw better results as far as like the way the characteristics of the pitches the last time out in AAA. Again, here he is now facing big league competition and ready to go.
And I guess what type of challenge is it now having Montas on a pitch count, but also with how much your bullpen has been taxed over this long stretch?
Yeah, we'll find a way. We'll find a way. It's about Frankie going out there and giving us a chance to win a baseball game.
Peter?
How did everything go with Senga today, playing catch off the mound?
I haven't talked to him, so I'm going to wait and see what happens, what's next. So, but I haven't heard anything from the trainers. I saw him a while ago. I don't think he's played catch yet today. But yesterday, if that's the question. Oh, yeah. So yesterday, good. Yeah, everything went well. So,
Anthony?
Winker seems like he's been doing most things out there. Is he getting close to a rehab assignment?
yeah, so he'll continue to pretty much go through full workouts here. The goal is hopefully he's DHing by the end of the weekend in a minor league rehab assignment.
Dan?
Have you decided what you might do when Vientos does get back on the roster with Maurizio or Beatty or who?
He's playing today, he's playing tomorrow, and then we'll see how he feels after that, and we have a decision, but we haven't got that
What
yet.
have you thought of Maurizio's at-bats lately?
On and off. Missing some pitches, some good pitches to hit. He's a guy that is really good hitting at fastballs, and right now feels like when he doesn't do that, then they're making him chase. But again, I said it from the beginning. We got to be patient with him. He's a guy that's been through a lot, missed a lot of times, and a lot of time last year, and here he is now facing big league competition, elite big league competition. So when he's at his best, he's not missing that fastball.
Will?
Hey, Carlos, I know this is getting ahead, but with Winker and the rehab assignment that's coming up, any idea how long, considering the injury that he had, that would take? Or
Yeah, no, I mean he's gonna need at bats, that's for sure. So it's not gonna be a couple of games. He's going to be, he's probably play Sunday, then they're off on Monday, and then we'll put together the plan for Tuesday, like one on, one off, then back to back, and then we'll go from there. But when we're talking about that area, we have to watch him closely.
fair to say it would be a little bit longer than on the longer side of the race.
Yeah, I wouldn't say longer, but again, we'll adjust accordingly. But I'm not anticipating this being just a couple of games.
Andrew?
You talked yesterday about kind of the struggles from the bottom half of the lineup. Is there anything you can do as a manager just to try and increase production from those guys, or is there kind of a message along all those guys to kind of get back on track here?
Yeah, I think the messaging is just not trying to do too much. And I know that sounds, like a broken record here, but is understanding that they're good hitters, and they're gonna find a way, But when you're chasing because you're trying to do too much, that's what happens. So just take what the game gives you, and if they don't want to pitch to you, take your walks. That's basically it. Don't try to be trying to hit a home run, a 3-run homer with nobody on base. So just be yourself, control the strike zone, and you get a good pitch, put a good swing, and hit the ball hard. So keeping it simple when you're going through it.
Dave?
Just along those same lines with the bottom of the order, Carlos, you mentioned last night. I mean, Alvarez and Vientos were supposed to be pretty big components of this lineup going into the season. How much has that kind of changed just as far as lengthening the lineup and what you've tried to get out of the bottom half there?
Yeah, not having him or Winker, obviously, but I'm talking about Vientos. But then understanding that you're going to go through stretches where it's hard, and you just happen to be, we got a few guys that are going through it right now, and you got to give credit, we've been facing elite pitching, so it's a combination of a lot of things here, but keeping it simple again, we'll get guys back, but we'll get guys going. They're the ones that are here active. They're good. There's a reason why they're here in the big league roster. So we got to continue to grind through it. We got to continue to find a way, and we will.
In the back?
Wiley Ballard with Braves Television. Ronald Acuna, since he's come back, is one of the best hitters. You guys have seen a lot of him the last week. Just how do you pitch to him when he's swinging the bat like he is?
Yeah, he's elite. He's a really good player. You've seen him a lot. We all seen it a lot. And when he's doing the things that he's doing on the field, he's pretty special. Kind of like when you treat some of the best hitters in the game, whether you're playing the Dodgers, whether you're playing the Yankees, you got to not only put together a really good game plan, but you have to execute. If you're done, they're gonna make you pay. And it feels like, especially, he's going out there hacking first pitch of the game. Game's on, So we got to make some adjustments there as well. But good player, performing.
Daniel?
Carlos, ¿qué desahogo tiene la rotación abridora inyectar ahora mismo a un Frankie Montas que viene con un brazo que pueda colaborar mucho para el conjunto de los Mets?
Sí, no, emocionado en el día de hoy de poder ver a Frankie ya añadiéndose a la rotación. Fue una de esas piezas que adquirimos en la temporada muerta y que nos pudiera ayudar. Y hoy pues tenemos la oportunidad de verlo pues en un juego de Grandes Ligas con el equipo. Obviamente pues pasó por un proceso bastante difícil con la lesión, después su recuperación en las ligas menores, pero él siempre nos ha dicho que se siente bastante bien físicamente y pues contento de verlo y que nos pueda seguir ayudando a ganar juegos de pelota.
Right.
Carlos, since you've got a target date here for Winker to start the rehab assignment, considering he got hurt, playing the outfield, making that throw after not playing the outfield all season to that point, will he play the outfield at all on his minor league rehab assignment? Are you guys?
We haven't got there yet. I think the biggest thing is his bat. Even though we kind of prepare him for a scenario where we needed to play in the outfield, which we did, and he still went down. So I think the priority here is just get him at his best offensively, and then if we have to continue the progression defensively, if we need to do it here at the big league level, we will do it. But I think the biggest thing is getting his bat back in the lineup here.
Would you hesitate to use him in the outfield down the road when he's back here? He's healthy.
As if we got to prepare him, because I didn't have any hesitation by putting him in the outfield because I felt good with the work and that he was doing, and like we put him in a position. It's just unfortunate that it happens, but again, if he gets active as DH, we will continue. Antoine will continue to work with his trainers and put together a plan where he's getting defensive work, the throwing, and all that. And if we feel like, hey, it gets to a point where we could give him a start there in the outfield, we will.
Laura in the front.
Just when is Manaea's next rehab outing and the steps after that?
Yeah, so after the last outing, he complained about his left elbow. So he got an MRI yesterday and showed a loose body there. So he had a cortisone shot yesterday. So he's shut down from throwing from 48 to 72 hours. And then we'll get him going again. So hopefully he's throwing bullpens again. But now that next start we're looking at next week now.
And so after that next start, if all goes well, is he still an option to be activated?
Well, we got to wait because now, after what just developed here after the last outing, we got to take it one outing at a time there.
Andy?
Just call it. Usually when you hear loose body and an elbow, you hear that was something that there was a procedure to remove it, right? So is that something that's on the table, perhaps? With him?
No. So they're telling me because he had a cortisone shot yesterday, so they're telling me that he should be fine for the rest of the year. But again, we'll see what happens here.
Jorge on the right.
Was his rehab clock reset?
So we just pulled him back
Okay.
today. I think we're going to announce that today.
Okay. And last night, did Edwin Diaz throw a changeup?
He did. He threw one changeup.
And what's that about?
Watching the game. Yeah, that's something that he's he came in after that inning and was very excited. Hey, that was a changeup. Talking to Hef. That's a pitch that they've been working on in the bullpen, flat grounds, and he was able to throw one yesterday and executed it. So, nice job there, Jorge.